Hi folks, welcome back to Saxlingham. How's your day going? How's your day gone? How's your day about to go? I do hope all is well with you and yours as you drop in. We finished off several rolling and cultivating contracts which netted us a fair old bit of dosh, and we're just dropping this gear off now. Took the roller back. Mr. Species, if you're watching this, I noticed on your latest video that I watched, you're doing manual attach. So yes, you're right saying that you press Z to detach the hoses, but if you're using a PTO, you have to just press it once and it will attach and detach the PTO. So if you're trying to kind of detach PTOs and wonder why it's not doing it, then you have to press the Z just once. So now we've got all this lovely money in, we're actually just going to do a bit of tree felling in a moment, but we're going to stick a shed in and buy a combine. The reason for that is there's a combine in the sales screen, which is this one here. We can get a Rostelmash for £1,000 cheaper than this, but in actual fact, the reality is it's nowhere near as big as this, nowhere as powerful, and nowhere near as got a bigger tank. The grain tank's a lot bigger. I'm just checking my registration plates. 01, and what's that? That's 01, AH01. That one's AH62. Yeah, so this next one needs to be 03, which is already coming up as. This is take two. I did start this recording and I placed a shed in to put this new combine in and my huge disc harrow, but then as I came to move away from where I'd put the shed, it stuck another one on top of it. Oh boy, and it was about 40 foot in the air was the next shed, so I've just got to do this very carefully and hope it don't go wrong again. About 12 grand it was, the shed I wanted. It's not a drive through, but it does the job. And if we stick it down this end, keep my finger away from the right mouse button, that's what I need to do. I don't know if I caught my control, I don't know what it was, but I caught one button and that was it. Lo and behold, I was caught out. Right, so press escape quickly, that's it, there we go. So we're going to put the cultivator into there and the new combine, and we've still got 60 grand, there it is, look at that. We'll have to drive that home later, I'm not going to bother now because it will be a slow process, but we can bring that back when we've finished. I said we need to go and get a bit more wood chopped. Just need some diesel in at some time as well. Need to go and get some wood chopped and also get it to the toy maker so that they can actually keep producing, because they're just kind of giving us a drip feed of stuff. But buying a combine will give us the chance to do some harvesting. I'm just looking now. There seems to be stones, and I've never noticed these stones along here before. On the side of the road, they might always have been there, but I don't remember seeing them before. That's interesting. Because there is still quite a good bit of wood in here, but we've not many more trees that I really want to be knocking down. Like I say, once we get a bit further into summer, look, you see, there's all these stones here all of a sudden. These weren't here before. Where have they all come from? Oh, don't tell me there's some glitchy somewhere. We didn't like glitches. So yeah, connect with that, and then one touch for PTO and longer touch for... So am I going to have to get a stone picker to shift all this lot? That's not good. What's brought all these stones on? Not keen on that at all. Not keen on that at all. Anyway, whoops. Don't know what I did that for. Anyway, let's get some trees down. We can worry about stones after. If I have to get a stone picker, I'll have to get a stone picker, but there aren't any stone contracts, there aren't stone picking contracts. Get the right screen again. Stone picking, let's have a look. No, because we don't have stones on. So why stones suddenly appeared? Anywho, let's, for instance, drop this tree over there. I'll fall down. Crunch. That'll do. And not you. Oh yes, you. Yeah, you're one of those. There's still quite a bit of wood in these, so whoops, come up a bit. Still quite a bit of wood in these, so they're worth doing. The wood I left in, they've gone through quite quickly at the toy makers. Right, what I'll do is I'll get this one out of the way, and with one more pine type tree to drop. So I'm hoping they might just disappear in the next one. If they don't, then not good. Don't, like I said, I don't have stones enabled because it's not a thing I kind of do necessarily. But like I said, I just suddenly noticed they're all along the side of the road. I can't think why all of a sudden. Don't tell me it's too heavy. It's not. That'll do. Don't need to go 33 miles an hour. Just pull in a log. I forget how this winch works in. Let's have a look. Okay, an MK. Let's do the keyboard. No M. Oh, control. Control K. That's it, that's better. Thank you. Like I said, we aim to get sheep on here eventually. Could probably afford it now, but I want to get the grass cut on here. I'll have to see if the stones vanish next time. If not, well, then we're going to have to lease a stone picker and get the money back for it. Because that's a game glitch. That's not. This land hasn't been touched, so why it's suddenly throwing stones up, I don't know. Shh. Thank you. Not bothered about stripping all of this, just the... because this is how I've lost trees in the past. I didn't get the circle of doom. Just suddenly so I'm just flicking the... so I was just going along like this, and it was just literally one zip like that, and that was it. Suddenly the thing disappeared, the tree went. But we're not having that. Whoops. Steady. Whoops, no, steady. See, it don't like that. Right, let's lop that about there. And let's lop that about there. Put the torch away. That's the one thing. I know I've said it before, I just don't get why they made it so that the torch automatically comes on. I know very few people who actually use the torch. One of those oddities that they made it so it's an automatic thing, but we who do YouTube very rarely work in the dark because doesn't make for good viewing. Hopefully I've got two different trees there. Yes, we have. Oh, didn't like that, did it? Don't know how much of this is going to go in, but if it takes this lot, we'll see how much we've got then. Don't crash under the veranda. Oh, it just pulled that in, because once it releases one tree, it releases both. Let's have a look. What have you got? Right. Oh, yeah, we're nearly there. Only 1,000 litres more, so if we get this fully topped up, then we can go to another day, see what contracts come in. But while I'm doing that, what I'll do is I'll kind of say we're going to another day, then I'll do a jump cut. And in the jump cut, I'll actually go and get the combine. And then you'll see when we get into the next day, because it is a long drive and it is a slow vehicle. Whoops, get off, get out, get off me. What are you doing? Get off me, get off. Thank you. Falling over everything. Yeah, so let me know, have you suddenly got stones appearing on your maps where they shouldn't be? Don't think it's a map thing. Maybe it's something that's updated or some mod I've put in that weirdly. Now, I don't know if it's not recognising the tree because, or whether there's too much of it. Because usually what I do is, I bet you if I cut the end off this, the whole thing will vanish into the thing then. Well, it didn't. It might not be close enough to the shed. Lower the winch, give it a shove. Oh, that was it. And then we can push this in. That's it. Must be enough in there now. 39,750, that'll do. Drop this here. That's it. Discombobulate it. So, like I say folks, jump cut, we'll do a sleep, get the combine down, and we'll see you in a more. So welcome back. You must be wondering what happened. Well, so am I. I haven't a clue. I did the sleep, I brought the combine back to the yard. I slept through the night. Realised the cultivator we got wouldn't fit in the new shed we built. And then I looked at the jobs and thought, oh, there's some nice nice weeding job, not weeding, sorry, this, what do they call it, hoeing jobs. So there's a couple of them. It won't cost as much to lease the hoe. So I thought I'd restarted my recording, but I hadn't. So you've missed me actually bringing back, well, I did bring him back the combine in the jump cut. I did that by follow me. I did it all properly. I didn't do any tabbing. But then I thought I'd restarted it when I got into the new day, and I'd got, well, as you can see, I've got nearly halfway through this hoeing job. I'd actually been to the shop, bought the hoe, leased the hoe, all of that stuff. And then lo and behold, said ta-ra, and then went to the main screen to stop the recording to find it wasn't recording. So it's probably been to your advantage because you haven't heard me wittering on. And we got halfway through this job. It's a lot faster job than I thought, this hoeing job. But yeah, sadly, we're going to have to put another shed in. Because the cultivator won't go in the shed that I've put up. Thought it might have done, but it's got a strip across the actual apex of the roof. It's not a full apex roof. So, but the other thing that came up was a couple more hoeing contracts. Oh, they haven't. They've gone now. Oh, there's weeding contracts come up, but not hoeing ones. I thought there was a couple more hoeing came up. We can always do those weeding off screen. Oh, there's a big fertilising job. That would be good. That would be very good. So what we can do next time is we can get that one set up. We can do these offline, get these weeding jobs finished, and then we can set up for the good old fertilising jobs, because we've got a fertiliser. Get in cab, can't see anywhere. Wherever you sit. Then we emerge out of the mist. And I thought this gave me 2 headlands on this job, but it didn't. It only gave me 1 headland, so you can see where you've been though. You can tell where the weeds are darker. So we're starting to get this one finished, and then the other one is way down the other end now. Well, not way down the other end, just across the other side of the map, so it's just a straight drive through west to east, if that's how the map runs. I never know officially which direction it goes. Where the heck's the end of the field here? Oh, that's really thick fog. Just in the dip in the valley. So link down below to Mr. Species doing, is it the All-American map or something to do with the American map? Another homestead type thing that he enjoys doing very well and does a good job of. So feel free to drop in on Mr. Species. he's having fun with creating fields and getting AI workers to work it out. But I did send him an email, so all being well, he will see the email. It might just help him sort out getting the AI workers to do fields that he's created. £65 done. So like I say, you didn't miss much with me not recording. Literally all I did was drive to the shop, lease this hoe, drove back to this field and started the job. But like I said, I actually got 2/3 of the way through it before, sorry, 1/3 of the way through it before I suddenly realised that, oh no, it's 40%, wasn't it? Before I then went out and thought, yeah, well, I'll leave it there. But wasn't leaving it there. So it always feels odd when you've not recorded, because you think, well, what have I missed saying? Or I've been doing this a long time, but not really. And how are your preparations going for Christmas? If it's your thing, we always get the tree up on Advent Sunday. I have my first mince pie of the year. Well, not of the year, because it's obviously I've had them in January from the ones that I left over from last Christmas, but lo and behold, it's the first one I have of this particular Christmas season. It's on Advent Sunday when I put up my tree. And our plans this year, we're actually, for the first time, we won't be at home for Christmas Day. Oh no, we've done it once before. Went to our son's in Preston one year for Christmas Day. But we're actually going to, one of our daughters lives in Macclesfield. If you don't know where that is, look up at a plan, map of the UK. Not far from Manchester. Lots of people have heard of Manchester before, but going to spend Christmas Day with her. Then we're staying overnight and then going to the son who lives in Preston. Well, we have two sons in Preston. One of them always does a Boxing Day thing, and all the family members that can get there, so that's what we'll be doing. So again, if you first time you've dropped in on here and you don't know why these lines keep vanishing, there's an auto line off that literally part way down the track the lines turn off automatically, and then just as you get to the point where you coming to the end of that particular run, they come back on. So they'll go off now, and then just as I get to the, as it were, the full width of the hoe at the other end, then it'll come back on again, tell me I'm coming to the end of the run. So if you've done like 3 headlands, it obviously comes back on as you get to the edge of the 3 headlands, and it's exactly the right width for the implement that you're pulling. But it's in the UK, the weather's a bit weird at the moment. I go swimming at 6:30 in the morning, and we're in December, and literally it's been 10 or 12 degrees at 6 o'clock in the morning. And even today I think it got to 15 degrees at one point. I was only talking to somebody the other day that none of our winters in the UK seem to be as cold as they used to be. Sometimes that's looking back with rose-coloured spectacles or whatever, but the reality is that it's nothing like as cold as it used to be. We get the odd day of lower temperatures, but nothing like the extent we used to get. £95. Lock and load, come on, go, lock and load, that's it. Then we can get this one done, get the money in for this, which isn't a lot of money, it's not a lot. Should finish it this run, there's a bit behind me, but My guess is there should be enough on this run. Yeah, 98. Nearly that. Up you can. Fold me up. So that is going to net us 8 grand. Thank you. Lovely. So we're now off to field 50 tums, which is back up there. Yeah, then let's just straight across. Okay. We'll see how many more stones we get. What I've noticed is there's no stones in a lot of the worked fields. I have to say that I haven't seen stones in the actual worked, like in here. Doesn't seem to be any stones knocking about. So we'll see. If they are in our fields, we'll literally just get a... Oh, that was what I was going to do. I was going to check that stones are turned off. I definitely turned them off when I started the game, but I just never know sometimes whether if there's been an update or something like that. Yeah, field stone off. Yep, so it is. Definitely off. So they might vanish again. It might just be a seasonal thing where they've glitched in for some weird reason. Yeah, I can just come off the edge of this field here. Take you for a lovely jaunt through the countryside, all that lovely spring blossom coming on. Whoa, steady. It's telling me I don't have access to this land because the hoe actually caught the floor then. That bigger bump. So it'd be worth investing in one of these things, particularly if it came up in the sales screen, these holes. Well, there's only one, so if it doesn't come up in the sales screen, you're not likely to get another. And I've keep looking on ModHub, but I've never seen another one. Maybe some modder will kind of think, well, hang on a minute, you could do with different widths and different ways of doing it and bring out a lizard hoe. Yep, see, catch the floor and it just says you don't have access. Probably going a bit too fast for this particular road. Yeah, but there's no stones here either. I'm just looking to see. No, there's none on that field, so I don't know. Very strange. That's part of the wonder of Giants maps. So it could be a map thing. I don't understand enough about it these days. I used to edit maps at one time, but certainly since 19, I think it was the last time, because they've changed the way they're edited, and I've not had the time or the nous to learn how it's changed, because everything used to appear on the map, so you could shift stuff around. Now a lot of it appears in XML files, so I think you've got to know what you're looking for and where it is on the map. And I don't know how they do it. I know there are videos, but again, it's having that commitment of time to actually just look at those things. So I think it's just across here, isn't it? Oh, lovely. Is that it? Looks like it might be. Hit the key. Gimme the lines. Right, so... Oh yeah, this was a thing. Working with working direction. You can change the working direction. So where it says work direction, if you click this, you see the arrow in the bottom right corner here, it then shows you which direction it would then work. So if you don't like the way it is working, you can kind of reset it to go in line with the fields or whatever. So it's simply just change working direction. So if you've not seen that before. Right, so 2 headlands please. That's better. I like 2 headlands, especially with a machine as big as this. Got the lines. You're down and you're away. cruise control down for when we're turning. That's it. We've done 0%. Oh yeah, we've done 1 now. That was a lovely feel, isn't it? That's a picturesque tree in the middle of it. I think the reason they leave trees in is because to actually cut it down, dig it out, and you couldn't necessarily make the ground good again because it would probably sink. So it just kind of marks out where those bits of ground are. Well, that's my thinking. I'm not saying I've got that thinking right. That's my thinking. But folks, looking at the clock, because it's kind of ended up with two recordings when I forgot to record it, I might be slightly longer than normal. But thanks for dropping in. Do all the YouTubey stuff, and we will catch you later.